The Village of Hainesville Board meeting will now come to order on Tuesday, July 26, 2011 at 7:06 p.m. And we hope by the time we get through the first few items that maybe we'll have a few more people mosey in for this fine film and opportunity that we have this evening for our guest speaker. If everybody would please rise and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Linda Soto.
Present.
Trustees Darrenowski.
Here.
Reese.
Here.
Duberstein. Here. Barrett.
Here.
Daly.
Here.
And Washington.
Here.
Okay, we do have a full board tonight. At this time, we'll take public comments. Is there anybody that would like to address the board? I know we have one sheet turned in by Margaret Usage.
Agenda. You should get one. Approval of the agenda.
Thank you very much. I am glad to hear you. Wonderful. My purpose here is to ask what is happening to our little pond there that was supposed to be made into a path. I have
Oh, the bike
talked
path.
to you. Oh, you crushed it. I have talked to you, Linda, many times. When this all started in October, you said they'd have it ready for the winter. You didn't. I called in January and you said April, May, or June. Well, it's three good choices, right? May get rain in April, I don't know, but they didn't start it. Then we got to the last phone call, and you said sometime in July. You would not commit beginning, middle, or end. You have 5 days left. I don't see anybody else. What I want from the board and from you is a commitment and a confirmation date of when they would start. How can you go about that?
This would be my reply tonight and my plan of action, because right now, the project is in the hands of the Lake County Department of Transportation. I announced at the last board meeting that my last contact with Paula Trigg, the head of engineering, she had stated firmly that it would start in July. And I said, could you please give me a date or tell me if it would be early, mid, or end of July? And she very firmly stated, all I can say is it will be July. And that's exactly how it was put to me. So, I am giving to them till July 31st, 11:59 in the evening, and then the next day, if we have not received a response, they will get a letter and a phone call from the Village of Hainesville, and I will ask not only for a written response from them, but I'm going to ask them to have somebody present at our August board meeting, which would be August 9th, if they have no intentions of starting at that time, and why. I know there was delays for different reasons for spring. I have been told there was delays because of the situation with the state of Illinois and the budgets, and everybody was waiting for funding to come in, but it's been one thing after another. And at this point, I don't see why they can't proceed, because I have signed off for other easements or approvals, such as for ComEd to move phone lines and other utilities. So there's really nothing that I'm aware of that should be holding up this project anymore. You are absolutely right, Margaret.
I am very disappointed.
And I am
I'm
too.
very happy. And the more I talk to you, the more dates I get and the more put-ups. Don't think it's very dangerous out there.
It is.
We have a lot of kids going on the path, down there, on the street. They're on the street with their bikes.
Well, I encourage you, please do not hesitate to call the Lake County Department of Transportation
Yes.
as a resident of Hainesville, and you can ask for Paula Drigg, and you can tell her I told you to do that.
Okay. Okay. You will follow up?
Absolutely, yes, yes. Thank you.
Would you have them first the density
Is there anybody else that would like to address the board at this time? Okay? If not, I'd like to ask for a motion for approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Roll call.
Trustees Dominowski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Silverstein. Garrett.
Aye.
Taylor.
Aye.
Washington.
Aye.
Okay, next do we have a motion for the omnibus vote agenda, please?
So moved. Second.
I would like to ask a question or have a little discussion about one of the items that are on the July.
Then list the one that you want removed from the omnibus.
The First Electric Corporation.
All right, so it would be the bills payable will be removed. July 2011 bills payable, number 2, will be removed. Do we have a motion for?
I'll amend the motion to table number 2 to later.
Second.
Roll call.
Sorry. Trustees Dominowski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Silverstein. Garrett. Taylor.
Aye.
Washington.
Aye.
Okay, item number 2, trustee Priest.
The question I have, okay, is it says here, it says here that it has. an
What
hour-
page and what line?
Page 1, like 2/3 of the way down,
Chris Electric, okay.
It says that, item 1193, I guess, it says 1.5 hours labor and material for identifying village outside light issues, found mass place, misplaced, found bad ballast, and replaced two of them, rebuilt 2 fixtures for $987. Is there any way we can get a copy of the billing on that to find out what the $987 was paid out for?
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
We break
Yeah.
down the whole.
The treasurer is not here tonight. She had medical appointments, which I excused her for. But it's fine if you bring it up tonight, but if it's something like this that you find, feel free to contact her prior to the board meeting. You can ask to see it, because many times you'll see it and, it may even be rectified. Or she can even just make sure she has it available for tonight's meeting. So, there's a question, I guess, then about whether we want to approve that item at this time. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there any other questions regarding the July bills payable other than that item? No? Okay, all right. Then I would ask that we have a motion to approve the bills payable excluding that line item. If I can have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Dominowski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Silverstein. Garrett. Taylor.
Aye.
And Washington.
Aye.
I will. Okay, we'll move on. We're going to be somewhat brief with our announcements so we can move on to our exciting movie tonight. First, I just again want to thank everyone for the patience and cooperation during our recent storm recovery, and followed by just a real cooker. And again, I applaud Jeff, head of Public Works, and the staff, all the officials and residents that chipped in. I'm very proud of how we were able to respond to our residents. We got a lot of compliments about the cleanup and how quickly. There's neighboring towns who have bigger staffs and more equipment that still are trying to get stuff picked up. So I think we did okay, and I'm glad we didn't have anybody get hurt. Also, just some exciting news about things to come, and we'll get this put on the website and also get it out through other means. We have, in fact, today I just reviewed one of our residents, Jim Denomi, who's here in the audience. Raise your hand, Jim. He's a resident on Tall Oak, backs up to Cranberry Lake, and he has taken a series of pictures over time since he moved in of how Cranberry looked before the restoration started, how it looked during, and how it looks today. And he put together a show-stopping PowerPoint that I saw that is really impressive. It has a little narrative of the history. And, you know, you do forget. It's really kind of, you know, eye-popping when you look how it used to look and how it looks now and how it looked in between. And when I saw the depth that he had, we thought about maybe showing it tonight because it complements what Tricia is showing us. But I don't want to take away from either because it really is a standalone show. So we will be showing that in the very near future. I'm thinking the second meeting in August. And then just to go back to, I had talked about showing pictures at a future meeting from our former mayor, Ted Mueller's honor flight. And since then, he has forwarded us a YouTube video, which is absolutely spectacular with sound of the welcome they received. So I think we're also going to turn that into a spectacular PowerPoint. So we're going to have the popcorn machine out for a while. We thought we were getting rid of movies at the Village Hall, apparently not. We're just doing it a different way. So that will all be news to come. With that, we'll move on to standing committees. And I think I'm going to give the floor immediately to Trustee Baronoski.
Well, I am happy to say plans for these two are going very, very well, very smoothly. Just as a small announcement, to date, our sponsorship level, we are up to $7,400 in sponsor dollars, with our initial budget of $10,000 and some change. That's bringing our costs down to just under $3,000 for the entire fest. Out of pocket, before any monies are collected for from the ticket sales for the picnic, or anything else. So I'm very happy about that. I think if things go the way we hope they go, we may be able to make it a cost neutral event. But I'm not promising, we're hoping we can.
Wonderful.
The finance committee is smiling on you.
Well, I can make the finance committee smile a little more. Back in February, after we had the major blizzard, we applied for the grant to get reimbursement because Lake County was declared a disaster agency. We received notice yesterday that the village has been awarded, and we will be receiving reimbursement of $27,365, hopefully by September 17th. That's the date.
More flowers.
As well as with the major storm that we just went through, the county has also become declared a disaster agency or area. We have applied for reimbursement of funds to do storm cleanup equipment, such and so forth. We don't know if we're going to get anything from that yet. They're still trying to meet the county threshold, which is about $16 million of damage throughout all of Lake County. If we get to that figure, then FEMA will come in and we'll go through the same steps and get all the costs and such down and see if we can get reimbursed. But I just kind of threw them an estimate number of about $12,000.
Then we can turn one of those bays into a pool.
Sure. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll see what happens with this one. But that's all I've got.
Georgianne, you got an announcement?
Yes. This weekend will be the 7th annual Village Garage Sale. So far, I have 70 families signed up. That's a record so far. And the deadline isn't until the end of tomorrow. And I'm sure there are always some stragglers, so I expect to have a really spectacular turnout. And also an announcement for the seniors. Our Great Age Club is having someone come and talk about how to appeal your unappealing property tax at our next meeting, which will be next Tuesday, August 4th at 2 o'clock. So if you or anyone in your household is 62 or better, you are invited to come to our Great Age Club meeting here at the village at 2 o'clock next Tuesday.
Georgianne, one question I want to ask that individual presenter is how the quadrennial reassessment might